agreed. The hour and a half presentation on the 28th really was very little to cover the vast amount of material that was presented. So, Patty and Eric, just to introduce the two of them. Patty standing up, Eric sitting down. They're going to duck behind the counter because there's certain comments from our 10 before this, but they're going to slightly stand up and what they're saying tonight. Are here really to address the questions we've got as a province around the presentation. Some of those have gone out in writing. What I'd like to ask is that ask the questions. By all means, there are things that we aren't going to like in the proposal. We're not being required to agree with everything. But instead of coming up saying this won't work, let's put alternatives on the table. That when they leave here tonight, they're going back with some additional material that adds to the value of the project, rather than going back with we'll just waste our time. Okay, so that's my request to you guys. I must sit here relatively quietly unless I think somebody's getting out of line and I'll try and put us back on course. But this is for you guys to ask the questions you have. I've heard a lot of material behind this. So, Patty's going to give just a bit of background and context of the project. One of the big questions which has come from a lot of people is why did we start doing this? What was wrong? So they're going to give you some idea of where it came from. This is not a long, protracted discussion. They're going to take notes out of the questions coming up today. And the questions they can't answer now will come back. We're also fortunate we do have one of the work student leaders who handled a lot of the training here in the form of Andrew, who joined us tonight. So there are specific questions there. Those can also be addressed directly by the people working with it. That being said, Paddy, if I can hand over to you.
Sure. Thanks, Brendan, and good evening, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to come through this evening to ask a question and get some clarity about Revit. As Brendan said, my name is Paddy, and I'm the face behind the Facebook answers, and a lot of the answers on behalf of the Revit team. So I've been acting as the communicator for the Revit team and on behalf of the steercom. What we thought, we would, I'm sure you'd also like to get home of that. So we certainly want to end the evening by 9:30 at the latest we can. But we would like to try and get through as much as we can in the time that we've got available here. And then we'll pick up anything else that still needs to be addressed, and I'm sure there might be quite a lot. Either before we go, we'll take notes and get back to you as we try, or else we can continue to send in emails and questions, and we'll keep continuing to answer, and hopefully we all grow on that and pick up what's going on and what the details and the concepts behind a lot of the proposals for Revit are about. We thought just to start off, because there's a lot of proposals that came out in Revit, and it covers quite a lot of scouting. Perhaps it's good in the seats where you are now, 2 or 3 of you could just chat and just agree amongst yourselves what is the 1 or 2 key concerns you have that you'd like to raise, and we'll try and capture them on the flip chart, and then we'll start working through them. The intention of tonight is not to give you the broadcast again, or to do a whole lot of presentation, rather to use the time productively so you go away being what you want out of it. Okay? We're here to share the background, the context, and try and explain some of the reasoning behind the Revit proposals, and also to give you the context of the Revit proposal. But the one thing I would ask you is to try to see them all as a holistic group of proposals that fit together, rather than zoom in on one particular proposal and spend all your energy on that, because otherwise we're not going to get good feedback on all the other proposals. Okay, so perhaps you could do that. Just take 2 minutes, agree amongst yourselves, and then we'll pick up some of them, and hopefully there won't be more than 10 flip charts. Okay, so take 2 minutes. What are your priorities? What would you prioritize as your biggest concerns you down about the proposal. In terms of priority, what are the two biggest ones that we have to work through What we're going to try and do is capture the points that you raised, and we'll put them up there. It'll be easier than trying to do flip charts and come back to it. So if we can just get, I want you to prioritize them so that we address the the issues that concern you most throughout the evening. So if you give me your priority list of items. Jigar?
Well, I only have one question. Really. There's been a whole lot of major changes discussed on the broadcast in Ireland, for example, Australia and New Zealand. Okay. All of these major changes, but that's where the broadcast started. Have there actually been improvements in the amount of scouts? I know in the UK, for example,
The UK there's been a number of scouts.
there's been a couple of differences as well. I mean, from what I hear, they get handed invitations to scouting on the platforms, which is not verboten in South Africa at this stage. Have there actually been, is it going to be like OBE, which came in and was supposed to and then it got scrapped? Or have these changes actually done something for those countries in the idea that we want them to do South Africa?
Okay, we'll answer that and we get all the questions in. Okay.
The second one is the centralisation of monetization, which is why the new structures can result in centralisation.
I won't look back because the spelling is going to irritate me, so I need you guys to sort it out if it's really bad. Okay, so we got that too.
Two major questions that comes from the start of ground grassroots level is why do you away with the town of uniform? And secondly, what happens to the wearing of the badges? From the youth, those two big concepts.
To what extent is this, what you've actually proposed, basically a done deal and will be accepted next year versus still under negotiation and a lot will change?
One of my questions is what's happening to Revit is the discussion with Revit. Second question is, it's a concern, and maybe you guys can address it, but I get the perception that we're going to get a watered down scouting to attract more youth. It's just a perception that I'm getting.
Alright, good. What's happening at the back here?
We want to know what's happening with outward recognition. It's the same as badges.
Outward recognition badges, okay. So can we lump it with badges?
Yeah.
Recognition, rewarded badges is one question.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can we also look at the question about financial funding and how costing scouts costs more than effective benefit groups?
Are scouts costing more? Well, okay, let's rather ask the question rather than lead to a conclusion, because you're implying a wrong answer there already. Funding of scouting.
Sorry, in a youth movement, why weren't the youth consulted, i.e. uniforms, badges, franchise, etc.?
Okay. Got that, Eric? Yeah.
We also want to know how the new structure with regions and all that can minimize bureaucracy and conflict.
Okay. I will new structure, reduce bureaucracy. Oh, we've got a lot of questions here. You've got one each.
Very quick. Could you give us a set information back so we can explain it last night?
Okay, a lot of it's on the web. I'll answer that one straight away. So, if that's okay, right? Think that one.
With the centralization, how is the lack of district going to affect us as a support base?
How's the lack of district going to affect the support base?
Because that is as the troops.
Okay.
On ground level, our biggest support base.
Any other points? Any new points? Put it that way. You guys okay? Good. Here we are.
How the change going to be implemented? Is it going to be a democracy with majority rule, or is it going to be like South has one vote, West votes one vote?
Will it be a democracy or a dictatorship? Will it be a democracy? It's amazing how people love democracy when it suits us. Okay, anything, Jack?
I think one thing that we looked at is that the stakeholders and shareholders, something to look at as was it last word and know who would actually look at as stakeholders and shareholders within the environment. Was there any scenario planning, or has anybody looked at any scenario planning? What if situations if we go down this route and we lose all our scouts and we know it, what's going to come of it, or how do we get it back? I think put it into context of the OBE environment, where it's run for 5, 6, 10 years, and now they're changing that back, and now we've got a lost youth within there, and we're going to lose a lot of volunteers if that is the case from that perspective.
Okay.
Nothing more.
In many cases, people perceive the only real challenge we have as an uncool perception in schools. Why are we trying to change a system that has worked for 100 years? Apart from that, why are we trying to turn it inside out and upside down? One thing, if we ever can, we could probably do.
Okay. So you're saying we're changing for the first time in 100 years?
No, I'm saying, why are we changing
Are we
so
changing
much
now?
when all we really need to do is change the perception of the uncool?
Okay. Why don't we just change the perception? I'll come back to you.
Second thing is, I followed the Facebook open discussions about the TNC. Up until about a month ago, there were approximately 2 people participating in that forum. A lot of the information that was presented at the feedback session was completely useful on that side. Where did that information come from? And it was already to the team models that onto the Facebook page as well as discussion. It's an understanding that
I'm not quite sure.
Are you saying that why was all the input that went into arriving at the final model not put on Facebook for discussion?
yes, effectively, yes. The franchise model, I don't quite understand how that's structured.
How come this is the role of the DC to a coach?
DC to a coach, the role. Okay. Question?
Essentially, the social franchise model places accountability for all aspects of scouting, including safety within the individual franchise group. Does that mean you won't get any cover from the updation of the scouting anymore?
You won't get any cover from
any support, any legal support, or
no, it doesn't say that at all. It says that the decision making will be in the group. It doesn't say anything about there's no more support.
Responsibilities.
We please don't want it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, did you catch that?
No, I missed that. The question is what sort of support from the legal insurance perspective will there be under the new model for individual groups? I think,
yeah, will there be support for the groups in the new model? Or will they be on their own?
Sorry, we're hearing a lot of rumours of groups wanting to break away from the movement. What are the possibilities, and can you give us yes, no?
What are the possibilities of groups breaking away?
That franchise model, we show how it's better than the current model of how we're operating.
Explain to you how it operates, yeah.
Because it doesn't seem that the current one's broken, so what is the benefits of this new one? Why are we?
The current model is not broken.
Well, that's
seems though you're quite happy with the current model.
Yeah, but that's the house.
Okay, so we've got the questions from here.
Sorry, I've got one more.
Okay, I just want to get everybody else's questions. If you can share it with us, Nick.
One of the things a lot of us have been talking about on Facebook is whether you could do a questionnaire or questions for all the scouts and people around the country to see whether they approve of Revit, and if so, how far they approve of Revit, and on what are the chances they have. In other words, what are the chances of true democracy coming through?
Do you want a referendum?
Yes.
What are the chances of a referendum? Yeah.
Why have we checked the 11 to 18
Why have we kept it? Okay. Why have we kept the 11 to 18 age group for scouts?
In other words, why is it broken to 11 to 14? I don't know how this affects all districts, but as we currently stand, I'd say 50% of groups are battling to get a very significant running group. Where are these people going to come from? Because if you're in a franchise group, you've got to have franchisees. That's very vital. And a lot of scouting is still babysitting scouting. I know many groups where you've got one strong parent and a scouter running the whole thing.
The current model, as I understand it, has a parents group as the core sponsor of existing groups. But it's not, is that correct?
Okay, so Paddy, I think what you're saying is yes, there's what you and R says.
Yeah.
This is like
This is
what you strive for,
Yeah.
but the reality is that you're going to have maybe a tutor and a chairperson, if you're lucky, who are it in terms of parents. I think that's the comment is where the parents are going to be brought
Okay. Okay. What you're saying is the current model hasn't delivered parents to health groups. Did we pick up your question?
I hope so. 11 to 18.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get the answer. Is there any other question or can we start answering?
Sorry, there's one more.
Just take random.
Yeah.
After all the consultation and the new scout program, why is it still under construction and why did the consultation stop?
It certainly seems that we're trying to appeal to the constitution. Is there a conscious effort to do that expensive project?
Is there a conscious effort to?
Well, not conscious effort. Are people
At the current district. Constituency.
So by going to a new market, we could potentially lose our role.
So by making scouting more exciting, we might lose some of the existing people in scouting. Potentially.
Why were people that offered their services in consultation to the system never made use of?
Why were people not made use of?
I put my name up for consultation and we
So what's your name?
It's actually something Paddy, we've had quite a few people comment after.
Who did they put their
They
name?
contacted work stream leaders and just when they were involved in the results. I've got a couple of names I can give you.
I've never heard the name.
Sorry, I put my name down too, and I wasn't consulted, and that was about 6 months ago.
With the new Revit program, if a group has an ill-functioning committee, will it be closed down?
Seeing as a lot of groups have ill functioning committees.
With the new
trying to catch up.
proposal, or if the group doesn't have a functioning committee, it should be closed down. Yeah.
I know they have the substantial by the scouting, is there going to be any practical age group for the 5 to 7-year-olds?
Is there a category for the 5 to 7-year-old?
And you have another question about the stretching of the
Okay, should we focus? One more.
To what extent were the youth involved rather than us?
It started off here.
Okay, here's
Sorry?
break them down into a couple of slides so that we can actually read them and
Yeah. Can I suggest we click the save button at this point?